Well, Tim Watson with the law offices of Watson & Watson is back to give us tips and information about hiring an attorney. This segment is sponsored by Watson & Watson LLC. Today, Tim, we're going to be talking about attorney fees.
That's right.
Interesting. Okay, give us the rundown there.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, attorney's fees are a thing. Unfortunately, attorneys do have to be paid. And
what?
They do. I have to be paid too. And most people don't know it. There is actually legal insurance that you can get, just like medical insurance.
Okay.
And I could go on a soapbox for a while about how important that is, especially for business owners, but we won't do that. Yeah, attorneys have to be paid, and I wanted to give some of the basics for the structures of attorneys' fees. The most common in family cases and in the contract cases that I've talked about before on here, and just generally for legal work, most legal work, an attorney will ask to be paid a retainer, which is just a lump sum of some sort to be held and then bill at an hourly rate. And usually they are using that retainer at whatever that hourly rate is. So a family case, you know, if there's a custody dispute or if you're arguing about a contract, typically that's going to be the structure. You get an hourly rate and then a retainer that you pay the attorney up front to use while he's billing. Okay. There's also contingency fee cases. Contingency fee cases are the attorney doesn't get paid unless you win. You hear that a lot from personal injury attorneys. And in the injury cases that I handle, that's the structure that I use. So it's a different kind of fee for a different kind of case.
So let me go back a step. When you say you pay a lump sum, a retainer fee at the beginning, and then you bill hourly, but the attorney is drawing from that retainer fee? Is that my understanding correctly?
Usually, yeah. So let's take a family case, for instance.
Sure.
If you've got a domestic relations case, you might come to an attorney, and an attorney will tell you, I need a retainer of $2,500.
Right.
And ask that you pay them that amount, and most attorneys will hold that amount, and whatever their hourly rate is, they will bill per hour on that $2,500.
Okay.
And if they use it, they might ask for another $2,500, or however the attorney structures those fees. There's some silver linings to this.
Yeah.
You know, you're in a bad situation already, and you've got to go talk to an attorney, and it's daunting to try to figure out how to come up with this money.
Right.
In some of these cases, you actually have the ability to count on hopefully getting that money back.
Okay.
So, for instance, in the family case that I was talking about, one of the common family cases is the court has ordered something, and one of the spouses in the case, hasn't done something, or one of the parents in the case is violating the order. You can file a motion for contempt and ask that that person be sanctioned for not doing what they were supposed to do. And not only get in trouble for not doing it, but part of their punishment is to pay you back your attorney's fees, because you shouldn't have had to do that.
Yeah.
In breach of contract cases, like I've talked about before on here, if you win a suit for breach of contract, you actually can ask the court to award the attorney's fees that you had to pay. So if you have to go to court to collect some money, or if you have to go to court to complain about a contract, that's something that can happen. Finally, another example is if it's a frivolous lawsuit. If somebody sues you for something that absolutely has no weight and can't win. Like, for instance, if Jason, you wanted to sue Jackie because Jackie gave you an epic high five and it hurt you.
Right.
If the court found that that was ridiculous and that's not going to have any merit, well, it might not be. I don't know. Jackie's pretty rough.
That's true.
He's got those high fives.
Yeah.
You can get up to $5,000
Yes.
if you can get that suit dismissed for that reason.
Right. So what I'm hearing you say is we need to reach out to the pros if we have any questions, and you'll kind of help us walk through that process.
Yeah, 100%. So another piece of advice, you want to find out if the attorney is actually going to charge you a consultation fee. I don't. And so give me a call. There's my number.
Yep.
I'm a broken record on this. I ask people to call me, email me, walk in, talk to me. I can give you a lot of advice over the phone or in person.